And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you to 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's time, everybody welcome the Oklahoma City Thunder starting five. Men.
It's an interconference contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Look at Philadelphia. Challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, the streak has been very difficult as this team has struggled of late. And the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
Well, and if you're going to snap the losing streak, what better way than to do it against an opponent like this? I mean, that would be doing it in style.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Carter Williams and Roten pairing up in the backcourt. Jarvis Bernardo is out there with Embiid, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. Fast break. Carter Williams has got the ball. Pass to Roten. Stolen by Collison. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Here's Shake and Bake. He picked up 15 points. In the last one against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Just 4 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper. Shake and Bake's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Nick Collison has played a decade in the NBA, all with the same franchise. 4 seasons in Seattle, the last 6 in OKC. And there's a reason they've kept him around. He's a savvy role player, very smart, does a lot of the little things to help you win.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the Thunder, another 3.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
Now here's Roten, averaging 12 points a game. Bernardo, the pass to Roten. To end the run, and he lays it up and in.
Well, we'll see if that shot breaks things open a little bit. It's been a slow start.
Hopefully that gets them on the right track here, Steve.
It's Westbrook with the drive. The pass to Shake and Bake. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And 11 points for Shake and Bake.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Now here's Roten. 9 points last game. Carter Williams with it. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Let's give some credit now to a group of terrific young defenders. The rookie leaders in blocks since the All-Star break. You look at Noel, second in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, Shake and Bake.
Well, each of these guys has made a point of playing tough defense near the hoop. And they're doing it better in the second half than almost all of the other rookies in the league.
Guys, if they continue to mature at that pace defensively over the next few years, watch out.
6 to shoot. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Shake and Bake's got 13.
He's got the firepower, feeling the rhythm here, going 5 for 5 so far.
Yeah, everything seems to be working. He's in a nice groove.
Embiid. And a missed layup.
Well, Sixers head coach Brett Brown, a basketball lifer. His father was a respected high school coach. And actually coached him before he went on to start at point guard at Boston University under Rick Pitino.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Brown was a pretty good player, athletic, fast, great hands. After college, he played professionally in Australia.
And he ended up living there for 17 years. So between growing up in New England and his time down under, he's developed an interesting accent. Some have called it Australian. I like his fire, too. He's a competitive, energetic guy.
The kick out to Westbrook. A three. And the Thunder, another three.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them. And they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
And Embiid throws it down.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
It's stolen by Carter Williams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms, and one thing you love about taller point guards, the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense.
And for Carter Williams, great quickness at his height, and Clark able to defend smaller. Players and get by them to penetrate on the other side of the floor.
And he needs that, Kevin, because his jump shot is still very much a work in progress. It's not broke, but it's wobbling a little bit. He's got to tighten that thing up going forward. You know, with the movement we've seen the last decade with teams heading to Oklahoma City and for a time Sacramento, is it time for the NBA to look at realigning some teams? Might not happen yet, but we're getting close to maybe a reshuffling being needed.
He feeds it to Bernard. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Butler. Passes it to Roten. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Westbrook. Pass to Shaken. It's tipped. It's stolen by Carter Williams. It's hauled in by Adams. As you said, it's something that will need to be addressed at some point. Some teams traveling pretty far within the division.
It'll happen when the time is right. I mean, there could be more teams shifting around, or maybe expansion comes and you'll see a realignment. But, you know, I think that change is probably going to happen relatively soon.
A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Another miss by Philadelphia. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Perkins comes in for Steven Adams, and Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Noel's checked in for Philadelphia. Sessions comes in for Michael Carter Williams. The feed to Lamb. Takes a three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that... around is defensively by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Roten, rejected by Collison. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Oh, man, they are putting a hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for them today.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. Sessions up top. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Roten. The 76ers with another miss.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
They get it again. Here's Shake and Bake. Butler with the block. They retain possession.
They are making some noise from downtown, guys.
And they've got themselves a very nice lead to show for it.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the 76ers. Roten and Thompson make up the perimeter. Nerlens Noel is out there with Luke Mbamute. And it's Sessions in at the point. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad, but it's on the good side for us. He doesn't like anybody he is playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys?
He's something else, Doris. Thanks. Here is Sessions following the score by Oklahoma City.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
The 76ers making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. The dish now to Lamb. This one for three, and the shot is good. Lamb's got 6.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Here's Shake and Bake.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert and get those opportunities. Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here is Mbamute. And again, unable to change momentum here. Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Got a piece of it. It's taken away by Collison. Here's Lamb. And the pass to Shake and Bake. The kick out to Collison. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Morrow. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Morrow's got his first points in this one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Now he's starting to pick up from what he accomplished in the first quarter, where he made 3 of his 3-point attempts.
Philadelphia with the ball. Nothing offensively yet from them in this second quarter. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they look totally disjointed. And sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional. Any of those would fit.
And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. Well, you look at Carter Williams, one of the league's best, 3rd in steals. And, of course, Shake and Bake, just trailing him.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking ball handlers' pockets, but as terrific point guards, they know how to clog passing lanes and come up with a lot of steals that way as well.
Absolutely. Their steals come from all over the court and in all sorts of situations. Transition, half-court sets, out-of-bounds plays, in the lane. They are the...
That
awesome. Look out below. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan. Jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
Here's shake and bake. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Some fantastic numbers for shake and bake. He's got 30 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently. Try to get into his airspace.
And for Lamb, really the only physical knock is that he needs to continue to get stronger, get friendly in that weight room. He's still under 200 pounds, and his high center of gravity means he can tend to get pushed around a little bit, but that's nothing that strength won't eliminate. So the weight room has to be his friend.
Perry Jones, he's checked in for Nick Collison. And Jeremy Lamb, Steve, sort of a late bloomer. He didn't become a starter until his senior year, in fact, in high school.
Yeah, he was lightly regarded, and even in his 2 seasons at UConn, he battled inconsistency at times, but, solid start to his NBA career. Good size and length and shooting ability. They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
Back to Carter Williams. He dishes it to Sessions. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks to Bernardo. Tries to snap the cold streak. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for shake and bake. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Butler's checked in. And Sessions kicks to Bernardo. And here's Sessions. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
Yeah, the turnovers already piling up here in this quarter.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Jones. Durant comes in for Anthony Morrow. And shake and bake subbed in for Lamb. Here's shake and bake. Carter Williams covering. Back to Westbrook. Takes the 3. That is good. Westbrook's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Sessions dishes to Noel. Now here's Carter Williams. Not a lot of room. The shot is off.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight. The rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know, rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
For three. Again, Carter Williams missing.
Couldn't get that three-pointer to fall. Trying to respond. They're scoring well. They're really executing and building on this lead.
Gradually adding to the lead, I like it. I mean, they continue to work. Well offensively, they should be in good shape going forward.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Thunder out in front, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Scott Brooks. And, Coach, what about your approach has given you this lead?
Well, we were aggressive. We attacked. We got to the basket. We passed. We defended. That's what we do.
Scott, thank you. All good things, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. It's been one outstanding game for Shake and Bake.
And all of a sudden tonight, he's become their big assist man. And his passing was the key to their offense in that first half. Not something you always see.
And that's not a role he usually plays, and one I'm not sure he's comfortable in, but they've needed him to make some plays today. And to his credit, he's done it.
Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Shake and Bake. And it's Adams in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. They recover it. And here's Westbrook. All going up court. Here's Shake and Bake. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Lets it go from 11, and Embiid throws it down.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
To the paint. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break. Roten's got it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Sixers coach Brett Brown, for 12 years an assistant with the Spurs. Coach Popovich said he, quote, lives and breathes the game. Fellow Spurs alum, Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer said he fits Philly because he's blue-collar and he's a tough dude. He's demanding, but players love and respect him. Kevin?
The perfect guy to rebuild their foundation indeed. Doris, thank you.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Dishes it to Carter Williams. Embiid, the pass to Roten. Kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Shake and Bake, and the layup's good off the boards. Shake and Bake's got 46 points.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now here's Carter Williams. Defense is right there. Here's Roten. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Well, and they got the better of them that game, I thought, by forcing turnovers. Their defense was terrific, and they were able to get out in transition and get some easy hoops.
Here's Varnado. Can't get it to go. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Now taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title. But they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And, Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Now, Carter Williams, averaging 16 points a game. Bernardo can't get it to go.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
And Westbrook throws it down.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with. a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Jones comes in for Nick Collison. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Lamb in there for shake and bake.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Over to the wing. Pass to Perkins with his first shot attempt. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sessions. Westbrook with the block. Offensive rebound.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Feeds it to Jones. Back to Westbrook. To the wing on the left. Here's Lamb. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Inside. Noel sets a screen for Sessions. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Now here's Shved. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Embiid, no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From the wing, the shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 13 points.
Boy, a little touch of style from Westbrook on that one.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Sessions, averaging 13 points a contest. He feeds it to Shved. Another miss by Philadelphia. Westbrook with it. Three-pointer. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Thunder out in front, running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
And so here is Oklahoma City taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Henry Sims, Luke Mbamute out there with Thompson. Then it's Alexei Shved, and it's Williams at the 2 spot. Westbrook kicks to Roberson, trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. 6 to shoot. Westbrook passes to Hustis. The 15-footer. Count that one.
Russell Westbrook.
And that's 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Yeah, reliable weapon, and that's a sign that the offense is working. They're really moving the ball well and finding good opportunities.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Well, the league is making a push for more transparency with its officiating since last season, and I really think that's the way to go. They're sharing memos with teams and the media, and I think it's a great step, really, because, again, with all of the information and technology available, fans are able to see more and their expectations are higher. And when you can do it at a higher level and to help get things right, I think transparency is a good thing from the official standpoint. Help people understand how difficult their jobs are and the great job that they do as officials.
Here's Williams, kicks to Mba Amute. That one a little long.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Passes it to Roberson. Here's the three. And the basket good. And when it comes to officiating, players have said the main thing they're concerned with is consistency.
That's right. You know, that way they can make the adjustment to how the game's being called. And I think you talk about that open dialogue and transparency. I mean, that can only help. Communicating how certain situations are going to be interpreted.
Here's Shved. Westbrook with the nice D there. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Roberson. Westbrook against Williams. Now the pass to Eustis. 4 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Eustis has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
And Shved kicks to Williams. The feed to Shved. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Vernato's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. It's Westbrook with the drive. Counts the bucket. Westbrook's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
They set the pick. Here's Vernato. Thompson outside. Back to Williams. 5 on the clock. To stop the run. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, guys, maybe the most important play in the NBA that isn't really tracked at all is the screen. A good one can make a huge difference in creating a high percentage shot, but it's a play that so often goes overlooked.
Now the dish to Roberson. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
In screens, Clark getting more attention with modern scouting. The old stats look at the outcome of a play, make, a miss. It's like evaluating chess by only the checkmate.
No, I agree. I mean, you start to dig deeper and get to other layers of how you analyze the numbers and how that affects how you game plan to discover the tendencies of players. And all of that you're doing in an effort to become more successful.
Pass to Eustis. The 19-foot shot, and that one's good. Westbrook. Westbrook's got 22.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Dishes it to Shved. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Russell Westbrook. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Roberson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Eustis. He dishes it to Roberson. Clock at 6. Pass to Eustis. From deep. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Thunder.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
Well, they've had this team's number all season. 2 wins in 2 meetings. Doesn't seem to matter what building they play in.
Yeah, I thought the result might be different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. I mean, now they'll have to wait until next year for a shot at revenge.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Shake and Bake. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
And Roberson kicks to the beat. 13 feet away. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Here's Schved off the left rim and out.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Here's Roberson. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, some great work offensively, plenty of teamwork. What's been the key to get this offense clicking?
Well, we just found an open man. You know, our point guard is doing a great job of getting everybody involved, and we're just playing off each other right now.
Thank you, Kevin. Certainly a team effort. Kev, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you.